Hey everyone, welcome back to Hanging Out for a Living. I'm your host, Teresa, and today I have the absolute joy of chatting with someone who has dedicated over 4 decades of empowering women through confidence, leadership, and financial independence. And yes, I did say 4 decades. Cheri Thomas has been with Mary Kay Cosmetics for an incredible 41 years. That's 4 decades of inspiring, mentoring, and helping women step into their best selves, whether through beauty, personal growth, or financial freedom. Mary Kay isn't just a cosmetic brand, it's an absolute movement. For more than 60 years, Mary Kay has championed women in business, creating opportunities for financial independence while fostering a culture of encouragement, recognition, and community. Cheri's journey is a testament to the power of resilience, passion, and purpose-driven entrepreneurship. And today we're going to hear her story, how she's transformed lives, built a legacy, and what lessons she's learned along the way. So let's dive in with Cheri. Welcome to Hanging Out for a Living.
Thank you, Teresa, and thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak with you
And
today.
thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule, between what you do for Mary Kay. You're a mom, you're a wife, and the best part, you're a grandma. So I'm grateful that you took the time out. So we'll dive right in. So from the beginning to now, what first drew you to Mary Kay and what has kept you passionate about it for 41 years?
Oh, I have to say, the first thing that drew me to Mary Kay is the outstanding product. Because when I was a freshman in college, I had very problematic skin, and dermatologists and different over-the-counter treatments, nothing seemed to work. So I had decided I would take up this senior on our floor who was doing a floor activity. I think she worked along with the RA, and I said, I'll go to that Mary Kay party, but I got to warn you, I probably won't buy anything because nothing has ever seemed to work on my skin. So I'm going to a dermatologist when I get home. I fell in love with the product, and I never had to go to that dermatologist appointment, by the way. And ever since then, if you love the product, it's really easy to share it. So I've stayed really faithful, and just our company's great about coming up with new innovative products and best products on the market. So that keeps me really excited and motivated to continue to share Mary Kay.
Absolutely. And by the way, your skin is beautiful.
Thank you.
So, Mary Kay is known for more than just beauty. It's about confidence, it's about financial freedom and community. What's one of the most powerful transformations you've witnessed in someone's life because of this business?
The product is one thing. When you look good, you feel good. But when you start taking on the business and sharing the product, it really does give you confidence when you're continuing to share. And one of the biggest transformations, and I've seen many in Mary Kay, but one of the consultants in my unit, she came in like 36 years ago. She was like a wallflower, she said. She was very shy, quiet. She was a nurse and she was in cardiac rehab. Loved what she did, but it was like long hours. And then they were employment was cut, so they had to work even more, patients to see, and she just got really frustrated. But she had started Mary Kay because she wanted to buy the products at cost just to service herself and her daughter.
Mhm.
And she was always very good about taking direction and would accept all my challenges. So every single week she would accept the challenge, and she's been the most consistent in my unit. She's now no longer, has not been either for like 20 years, a wallflower in the corner of the room, as her father-in-law used to call her. But she's just very confident, and she's since retired from nursing and has replaced her income in Mary Kay and works a fraction of the amount of time. And it's great. She can balance it around her family, her 10 grandchildren. She's very active with them. And so that's been really rewarding for me and to see that transformation.
Absolutely. Wow, 10 grandchildren.
I
Wow.
know,
And
right?
then to be able to exceed her nursing income with Mary Kay, that speaks volumes. And which
Yes.
is really actually a nice segue into the next question. For someone who might be curious but hesitant about direct sales or stepping into an opportunity like this, what advice would you give them?
I always believe on direct sales, it's not a get rich quick scheme, but if you decide you're willing to work, I can't imagine. Someone had said to me before I came into Mary Kay, well, what do you have to lose? I can work really hard to make someone else rich, or I can work that hard or harder to make myself rich. And I would say, who would you like to benefit more? You or your employer? And in Mary Kay, just as any other direct sales company, so many times, if you just concentrate on the effort, take the challenges and that are issued to you from your mentor or your upline, just consistently work that. So just concentrate on the efforts. Consistency is key and hang around with those like-minded people, people that are where you want to be. You don't want to hang around with the whiners and the complainers, but hitch your wagon to a star, we say in Mary Kay.
Absolutely, absolutely. What is the old saying? They say, show me the five people that you hang around with, and I'll show you your future. That really speaks to what you just said.
Yes, it does.
Absolutely. So, last but not least, you've spent 4 decades motivating women to step into their best selves. What's one piece of wisdom you wish every woman could hear and truly believe?
I'm going to say you are enough. We all have, we're kind of more self-critical than anything. But what you believe about yourself holds true. So just realize you are enough. And God didn't make time to make a nobody, just a somebody. So just, swim in your lane, realize that you are enough.
I love that. I think as women in particular, we always are doing more for everybody else, and we forget that we are enough.
We are.
Absolutely. So, Cheri, I want to thank you so much for coming on here and hanging out with us today. This has really been an uplifting conversation. Your story and the impact you've had over 41 years are truly and absolutely inspiring. So, it's incredible to see how Mary Kay is not just a business, but a legacy of empowerment. And you are such a big part of that. For anyone watching who's feeling a spark of inspiration, I really encourage you to reach out to Cheri, whether it's about beauty, business, or personal growth. She's someone who walks the walk. And hey, you know her contact information? Yeah, that's in the description of the video. Thank you, Cheri, so much for sharing your wisdom, your journey with us today. And all of you tuning in, if you loved the conversation, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Hanging Out for a Living for inspiring interviews. Until next time, keep showing up, keep believing in yourself, and as always, keep hanging out for a living. Bye, everybody. Thanks again, Cheri.
Thank you, Teresa.